There were scores and scores of documents to go through. There were, huge bundles of chart sheets, statements, what happened before the blast, the trial. Sharmeen has her desk, which is, it's like filled with documents. And yes, this one year, we were like scanning through these documents, talking to people, the investigators, the victims, everyone. And there is nothing in the book which you will find it is out of context or is not supported with enough evidence.
To your source material, because it's such a human story, right? It's not very difficult to remain unaffected and not sympathize with people who were directly affected by the blasts.
The good part is we did that at the end, and I had a crying mother sitting beside me while listening to every single story and every single household that we went to. But apart from that, it's very difficult to make people get back really painful memories. Few want to do it and few are willing to do it. But I think, again, being journalists, that helped us a lot, because day in and day out, Nazia goes to crime scenes, and me in court, every single time there's a verdict, there is a happy side, a side that feels that justice is done, and then there's always the other side who thinks that justice wasn't done, because nobody's ever going to agree on that, whether it is a victim or whether it is an accused. Nobody is able to fully accept. So probably again, reporting helped us a lot there to understand. Since you've seen it, you can also understand and know how it feels to be there.
I would like to say we interviewed both the victims as well as the accused. Yes, as you're saying, there was a trauma, which we were going through. Actually, speaking both, it was not only the victim side, but also the accused family. For instance, I entered in an accused house in Shivaji Nagar. It's a small room, 13 by 15 room. And the lady, she's crying, she takes me to her kitchen and she says, see, this is my kitchen, which is, I think, not more than this shelf. This is my kitchen. The cops came, they picked up a pressure cooker from here and they said, this is the bomb. Isme bomb banaya tha. You tell me, is it possible? She was asking me. So we went through a lot of things, from a lot of these, traumas, these emotions from both the sides, and it was really very difficult to maintain a balance between both. And it is, I think, come out very well in the book when you read it.
So, what do you want to say about the conclusion?
As I have said earlier, that we are reporters, and while writing the book, we continue to stay as reporters. We are not here to pass any judgment. The book does not pass any judgment. We have raised questions. That is for you to read, to think, and come to a conclusion.
Well-coordinated blast went off within 6 minutes. So 7 blasts in 6 minutes. That's where the letter comes from. 6 minutes of terror for the city of Mumbai. Because our trains being a lifeline, when your lifeline is no more, the shocks are felt everywhere, and that's why they targeted the stupid government. So Nazia has cut the censor when he wrote Black Friday. He took up writing the book several years after the blast. What worked in our favor was that Nazia had covered the blast and I had covered the trial. So we knew whom to tap, where the information lies, and we were also acquainted with the topic. So that really helped us, and that's the reason why we could complete it in a year. Otherwise it would be impossible. And there are a few people. The most important person is Mr. Hussain Zaidi. As he said that when I wrote the book, I didn't have anybody, and you have Hussain Zaidi. So that happened to us.
And the case was still going on in the court. The verdict was denounced, and in our case, the verdict was already out. So we couldn't, hold on to it longer.
So my dear friends, as this moment of reckoning happens, I would like to tell you that it was Naseeruddin Shah sir's request to have a victim come on stage and unveil this book right in front of us. What a noble gesture. My dear friends, let your applause be relentless for this wonderful moment.
It was evening around 6:30 p.m. and I left from my office at Lower Parel to take a train to where I was staying at Malad. It was a horribly slow train, and got into the train. I was traveling in the first class compartment. All the blasts had happened in the first class compartments only, and I entered on the left side, and another fellow traveler. I just asked the person, "थोड़ा भाई साहब थोड़ा आगे जाइए." मेरे पीछे जो खड़ा था, जो आगे खड़ा था वो बोला, और कितना आगे जाऊं भाई, ट्रेन के बाहर जाऊं क्या? पीछे जो खड़ा था वो बोला कि मैं उस तरफ चला गया, on the right hand side of the place where I was sitting. At Dada I got a place to sit and I fell to sleep. It was the deepest slumber I have ever had in my life. What woke me up was the huge noise of the blast. I thought that maybe the train has derailed. Everything was black or dark grey. I saw some people flying or just jumping out of the train, and it was too bad of too bad of an experience. बहुत चक्कर आ रहा था, and suddenly, although I could see that the train is still moving, just about to stop, so I realized that the train has not derailed. There's some blast, and suddenly I felt that my clothes were half torn. The bag that I had in my held in my hand, disappeared. The mobile that I had in my pocket disappeared. And I heard a soft voice, "Help, help." Then I saw there was a person who was lying just like this. I was sitting like this, and there was a person. There were 3 bodies above my legs. The center of that body was crying out, "Help, help." I just tried to roll over, and I just saw that he had no fingers at all. There was just veins hanging from his fingers. That really took me aback. That it's not a scene that we see often. It's something that you never see in your life. Ordinary human people. And I was feeling pain. I felt that I want to help him, but I'm not able to help him because he was too heavy for me. He would be around in his mid-50s. I tried to move aside the top person to help him, but somehow I could not because he turned out to be too heavy for me. And then I came out. The train had become a flat track. Both the walls of the train had crashed, so it was like a flat track. I came down and jumped on the tracks and just asked, "What is this?" And I asked, "What place is this? Which station is coming?" So somebody told me, "This is Khar, this is Santa Cruz." मैं पूछा कौन सा पास में है? बोला ये खार पास में है. मैं बोला ईस्ट किधर है, वेस्ट है? Because I could not figure out anything. Actually, when I sat down in the train, I started chanting. I have a beads which I chant on. I started chanting. When I woke up, the beads had disappeared. The bead bag remained in my hand, but the beads disappeared. When I went down, jumped on the tracks. I located the beads were intact on the tracks. I just picked up my beads and started walking towards the car station. I thought that if I would wait for official help from the government, maybe it would be too late. And then I came on SV Road. By the time it was known that, and when trains stopped, the entire Bombay traffic would be on the roads. When I reached home, I got to know that I was the last person to reach home. We were a family of 5 that time, parents and 3 children. I was the eldest son and my younger brother and sister. My father was in another train in the same compartment in which the blast occurred. He also survived. My younger brother and younger sister were in the same train that had faced the blast, but they were in college, they just met up together at Churchgate station, and they first boarded the first class. We all were traveling in first class then. So they just boarded the first class compartment. Something clicked and they said, okay, let's change to the another first class compartment. And later they realized that the blast was in the compartment in which they had initially boarded. So it became a story for media that 5 people, 1 mother at home, and all 5 of them are somehow or the other connected to the blast. मैं सबसे पहले उसको देख रहा था. Is he there? Where was